Yeah. So I'm just very happy to be able to give this talk today at CCLA. It's like the mother house. Seems the mother house to me, and the most beautiful mother house, my beloved mother house. And some of you that were in the talk that I gave at CCLA, in that talk, I was talking about the experiences that took place when I was very young that will determine who I was gonna be later, but also what I was gonna be later. You know, the intrigue, kind of the amount of intrigue that those experiences um, it had been the the motivational force for practicing later Zen training. And you would think, what a thing. How could you possibly think you're going to find the sacred feminine in Zen practice? Well, I didn't pay attention to my conceptual mind too much. It just was intuitive. I love going to Zen retreats, although they were very militaristic at those times, a lot of kyosaku, a lot of yelling. I love the amount of silence that I would recover in my mind. And to me, that silence was the path. And it was that recognition. So I never wavered, thinking that, oh, Zen is not gonna take me to understand the sacred feminine. And then much later, when I was pretty advanced in my Zen students, my Zen studios, no, it's, studies. Um, I did have experience of the sacred feminine in my body as myself, but as an ethereal self, you know, not as a solid body. And that's one thing that these goddesses that I will present to you today um, share in common with that experience, that they are not solid, they are made of light. Um, they are made of the light, for example, that a rainbow would manifest, that kind of light, that kind of ephemeral light that the Buddha talked about, this ephemeral body, this ephemeral world. So in that sense, to visualize these forms of light is really in deeper accord with who we are deep down, beyond all our concepts and ideas of what we are. Before I continue with my talk, I want us to practice 5 minutes of meditation from the heart to kind of become a circle, become connected with each other. So let's 5 minutes meditation from the heart. Was too loud, that bell?
No, it's not too bad.
Oh, okay. Lower is better?
A little bit. It's a little chopped off too. I don't know
Yeah.
if it might be Zoom. That's
Yeah, just ringing too loud. Okay, I'm gonna put it further away. Okay, we continue with what we were saying. Um, after I had that life encounter, and this is just a small introduction before we jump into the practice, just telling you a few things that are very, very important um, according to my experience. So bear with me. So after I had that experience, I entered Zen, and then Zen took me to the experience that I never hoped I had, but I had it. So it was more than I ever hoped for. And, and then also opened me the doors to the unconscious mind. And I just remember that for me, Zen practice, I had this ability to enter into my unconscious mind and be aware of things that happened there or patterns that came from there. I had that ability that I didn't have it before. It was through Zazen. I call it. It was entering those gates, less gates of Zazen, that I developed this ability. And it was through this ability to suddenly see into the past that memories of the old forgotten mother of all started to uh, bubble up to my conscious mind. And that was not enough. I thought that, okay, this is coming up. I need to do research. I need to know exactly what happened. I need to put the dots together for my own understanding. So that's what I had been doing for most of my after Zen empowerment activities. And then it was through that research that I reconnected again with our first civilizations that brought forward the human race, and that sometimes those civilizations by patriarchy had been put down, but they were amazing civilizations of our first ancestors that had to survive in very hard conditions, and they were into their mind of not knowing that we praise so much, because they have an understanding of nature and the cosmos that came from their mind of not knowing, from being right there. They didn't have much baggage to carry with them. They were the first people on the planet. So they saw everything as the mother, and the mother provide them with everything. Even death, when they die in the womb of the mother that was the earth. And then they were reborn again from the womb of the mother. But also the mother was in the sky. It was not only in the earth, was also in the sky. The great mother was also the moon. Um, and the Milky Way was the serpent. And the formations of stars in the Milky Way were seen as spills of milk from the mother's breasts. And I feel that this is such an incredible image of the mother as creators of the universe, and just the milk that is spilled from her incredible humongous breast creates the stars that form those constellations. And I think this is an image so beautiful for women to think about that, about our breast, that our breast form the constellations. I found it to be a very beautiful image that can be healing, very healing for our breasts these days, that there is so much breast disease. The reason I was telling you this is because we are getting to this time in the planet where things are going to be very difficult, where we see every day more and more people suffering. Now is India, but before it was something else. Fires, hurricanes, tsunamis. All these things are going to keep happening. So I mean, we're just even not out of this pandemic, and we have gone through a lot of our dark, it's almost has been like shadow work to be on those parts of ourselves that we usually try to avoid. But with the pandemic, we have to uh, give us the opportunity to deal with our grief, um, and be more in contact with who we are deep down. And this is a time when these things happen that we naturally are gonna, look into our unconscious mind, and there we're gonna find the great mother that had been left behind. And I have, um, well, I don't know what it is, but I have a beautiful quote from Jung. It might come later. Here it is. That says that the deepest knowledge that lies in our unconscious mind is that of the mother of all things. So we might have gotten away from it because, life of comfort and whatever, different kind of evolution we have been doing under patriarchy, but now situation is difficult again. We can return to the mother of all things that is in the heart of every one of us, to guide us again to these difficult times like happened at the beginning. She guides us until, you know, she guides us from times of peace and work and harmony and communion with the planet and every human being, until tribes, warrior tribes that brought the male gods started to develop patriarchism, and then little by little we forgot about the mother completely. But she's there. We can, we forget about her superficially, but inwardly we know she's there, and we can call her back. These practices, I first encountered them through the Bon tradition of Tibetan Buddhism, and I went to check these practices with Tenzin Wangyal Rinpoche, who had a center in South Virginia. And I found out that these practices actually were not Tibetan per se, that the Bon tradition found these practices in the 8th century, but they know that these practices precede that discovery by many centuries, and that they have been passed down orally. And this is because my true belief is these practices that you're gonna start doing today are the original practices during the time of the Great Mother, or maybe one of the original practices during the time of the Great Mother. Because it's very interesting that the civilizations of all Europe, where the civilizations of the Great Mother develop and flourish extensively, when they were persecuted, many of the inhabitants of those civilizations flee to the Indus Valley. And it is in the Indus Valley when we hear the origins of Vajrayana, which was the third turning of the Dharma wheel of the Buddha. We hear those are the origins of Vajrayana, and also the origins of Tantra. So those Vajrayana and Tantra had a very strong connection with those civilizations that honor the Mother Goddess. And I want to tell you something very, very important. And like you know that at the time of the enlightenment of the Buddha, it was the snake, the cobra, which you know protected the Buddha from the attacks of Mara. And actually, you know, like the snake was a symbol of the Great Mother because of the serpentine motion of the galaxies. That's why the connection with the snake. And then later on, we find out that Prajnaparamita um, appears in the around the 400 after death, and is the first time that we hear about the sacred feminine in the Mahayana tradition. And Prajnaparamita is known as the mother of all the Buddhas, as you know. And she's a symbol of wisdom, of the wisdom of emptiness. And this wisdom of emptiness is associated with the feminine because the feminine is able to give birth to men and women. And also emptiness has the potentiality to give birth to this world, to this world. So we can say that it is out of the womb of emptiness of Prajnaparamita that this world is created through the birth of the different elements. But I want to clarify, because you're going to be thinking about it, Prajnaparamita is not considered male or female. She's considered hermaphroditic, or the feminine before it splits in masculine and feminine. And it is said in the long version of the Prajnaparamita Sutra that those who understand Prajnaparamita are protected from the attacks of Mara, of floods, and fires. And I tell you this because this is very interesting. I see Prajnaparamita appearing in Mahayana Buddhism as a newer version of the ancient Great Mother, as the Buddhist version of the old Great Mother. And then it is said in the sutra that Prajnaparamita can protect us from the attacks of Mara. And that's what she did. And that's what she did in the form of a snake. She protected the Buddha from the attacks of Mara. So Prajnaparamita is the wisdom of emptiness. And another way for the wisdom of emptiness is the space goddess. The space goddess is the last goddess of the goddess that we are going to be practicing, because we do the space goddess last because it's more complicated in terms of visualization, and it's out of the space goddess that all the elements emanate of, earth, water, fire, air, and space. So she's made of emptiness. So for me, the space goddess and Prajnaparamita are one and the same. The goddess of emptiness, Prajnaparamita, or the space goddess. Today we will be receiving the energy of the earth goddess, and it's very important that we purify our body, speech, and mind before receiving the goddess. And it's not that that we are dirty. It's just that our senses get a bit um, overrun by all the media that we watch or that we try not to watch, or the news, or a lot of negativity that floods our senses. So today is an opportunity to clean the senses, seeing this primal color that is yellow will be today. So now we're gonna start with some invocations, purifications, and empowerments. So, that one. So we are gonna do a different kind of service that is also visualizing service, visualization service. I I I try to make my background as yellow as possible to help you guys visualize. Mm, but I'm also having drawings in every page to help you visualize. I had asked you guys to get the book and paint the pictures, the color they're supposed to be colored, but I don't know if you did or not. So to help with that, I have colored them too. And this is my interpretation of the enlightened ones, but they don't need to look like that. You know, I really see them just as bright light. And I'm gonna read the invocation, but you can read with me. So let's start, and then we're gonna chant the canción, and I will let you know. I want to humbly invoke all of the enlightened beings of the universe to be with me today. I want to ask you for your blessings, guidance, and support. I also want to ask you for my healing. As an offering to you, we will chant the canción. Canción at one with Buddha. All beings are one with Buddha. All beings are awake to Buddha. Unto Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, joyful, pure, eternal being. Morning heart is Ganzeon, evening heart is Ganzeon. This very moment arises from heart. This very moment is not separate from heart. So now we visualize the large crowd of enlightened beings surrounding us while we do this practice. I want to tell you that these enlightened ones and the other forms of images that we will be considering, they're ethereal forms. They're not solid. They're just made of light. And they are not forms for us to be thinking they are separate from us. No, what we do is invoking these enlightened energies that are already within us. So by doing this practice, we are actually awakening those energies that are inside us, but sometimes they get frozen. Roshi, can you move to the next one? So while the enlightened beings are here witnessing our purifications, we are gonna start the purification by visualizing the mother from whatever status that you have, of Kuan Yin or Tara, if you have any status of the feminine, but even from the Buddha is okay. You visualize that from the heart of the goddess, flames of fire emanate. And these flames of fire, which is energetic fire, is Dharma fire, reaches your heart. Now the flames are in your heart. And you try to imagine or visualize these flames burning in your heart. They burn in your heart all those things that you don't need, all those things that are toxic, all those things that cloud your view of things as they are. So let's visualize this fire there in our heart. Cleaning it out, everything that we don't need. Just go back to the visualization of this healing fire. This is healing fire in your heart. Just imagine fire in your heart, good fire. Fire that doesn't burn, but sharpens the mind in the heart. Then the next purification will be purification of the air, the wind element. So now we visualize that from the heart of the mother, green air blows so strongly that it reaches our heart and continues to cleanse our heart of all those things that are not necessary, that they are toxic and they are obstructing and they are not working for our best interest. And then we will receive the energy of water. Now from the heart of the mother, the energy of crystal clear water emanates and blows away, cleans away all residues of fire. Definitely is gone, wind is gone, and the water makes everything fresh and flexible and ready. and ready to receive the world with a better view of the world. It's like having cleansed a window, having cleansed our eyes. We were in water, Shishin. Yeah. And then we stay with this a little bit. It's very refreshing. Now we go to the empowerment. Now we are gonna receive, before we do the practices of the earth goddess, we are gonna receive the empowerment of the goddess. In this case, of the earth goddess herself. And the first empowerment is that an empowerment of the body. So from her forehead, from her third eye, between her eyebrows, an array of light emanates and touches our own point between our eyebrows, our own third eye chakra. And here we receive this white light. We feel it. We are receiving this light from the mother. So we feel that we share her body of wisdom. And we receive this light. Rishi, do you want to pass to the other one, to the next one? Yeah, and now we receive an empowerment of energy. And it's also all the lights here, all the forms, even though I cannot manifest the transparency of it, but all the forms are transparent. There is nothing that is solid, and everything is made of light. So we are receiving now this ray of red light from the throat of the mother. It reaches our throat, and we receive the empowerment of energy. We are receiving her energy. So visualize, imagine this ray of red light entering through your throat opening chakra. It's a lot of love in this energy. And the next empowerment we are going to receive is the empowerment of the heart mind in the heart center. And the light that we receive from the mother is kind of blue, transparent blue, beautiful color blue, and enters our heart. And we receive that energy from our cleansed heart that is ready to receive that energy. Now we are going to go back to the image of the enlightened ones. Um, we are going to visualize all these forms of the mother and the enlightened ones that they are gonna be transformed into bright light. They turn into bright light, all of them. And entering, they enter our body through our own crown chakra. We visualize all these forms of light of the enlightened ones and the goddess transforming into light, and then we see this light entering through our head, through the crown chakra, and they descend, it descends through the central channel. This beautiful, bright, enlightened white energy enters our body through the crown chakra until it reaches our heart and it stays here, shining in our hearts. And then to end this part, we end with chanting the Canción again. Canción at one with Buddha, all beings are one with Buddha, all beings awake to Buddha, and to the Dharma Sangha, joyful, pure, eternal being, morning heart is Canción. Evening heart is Canción, this very moment arises from heart, this very moment is not separate from heart. Now we'll finish the rest of the invocations. Which are number 2, 3, 4, and these ones are straightforward. So second, we invoke the guardians of the teachings, the planets and the stars, and humbly ask you for your guidance and protection. And as an offering to you, we will chant the Canción. Canción at one with Buddha, all beings are one with Buddha, all beings awake to Buddha, and to Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, joyful, pure, eternal being. Morning heart is Canción, evening heart is Canción. This very moment arises from heart. This very moment is not separate from heart. Second are the spirits of the area. Third, we invoke the spirits of the area and humbly ask you not to harm me, to remove obstacles in my path, and to pacify disturbances in my life. As an offering to you, we will chant the Canción. Canción at one with Buddha, all beings are one with Buddha, all beings are awake to Buddha, and to Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, joyful, pure, eternal being. Morning heart is Canción, in heart is Canción. This very moment arises from heart. This very moment is not separate from heart. Let's just a little drawing there to connect us with some planets and stars that I love so much, that the Bon tradition considers planets and stars like enlightened beings and guardians, like our Zen protectors. Um, mm. So, Roshi, we are done with this part. I just want to see if anybody have any questions. I think we can get rid of the. I want to have the view of the gallery.
What about the all beings, number 4?
Oh, I forgot. Oh, thank you so much. I'm sorry. And to all beings that I painted them there, like under the stars. Yeah, this is very important. 4, I invite all beings. For your happiness and protection, we offer this final chant of the Kanzeon. Kanzeon are one with Buddha. All beings are one with Buddha. All beings are awake to Buddha. And to Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, joyful, pure, eternal being. Morning heart is Kanzeon. Evening heart is Kanzeon. This very moment arises from heart. This very moment is not separate from heart. Hello. Question? Do you want to put your virtual hand? And you imagine this. And you imagine that you see all these goddesses traveling through your body. They travel through the channels of your body and live through the right nostril. So imagine through your body coming out to right nostril. But as they leave, they carry from your body whatever energies you don't need or that are negative. And they release those energies far away, dissolving them in pure space. So see more goddesses traveling through the channels in your body, living through the right nostril. As they leave, they carry from your body whatever energies you don't need or that are toxic or negative. And they release those energies far away, dissolving them in pure space. And again, we see more goddesses traveling through the channels in your body, living through the right nostril. And as they leave, you see them carrying all those things that you want them to see they are taken away from you. You can imagine all those things that you want them to take away. So see them taking away those things. And then they carry them far away and dissolving them in pure space. But now new goddesses return through your left nostril. And each of those earth goddesses carry a vase in her left hand with the bright golden light they have collected in the pristine and powerful mountains. So see all those little goddesses with this vase shining with golden yellow light, and they are bringing this light to you, and they enter your body through your left nostril, and they empty the vase, the light in the vase that the goddess in the spleen carries in her left hand, and also in the spleen itself. They pour this healthy, beautiful, luminous earth light. See that light in your body, in your spleen. But from the spleen, it really irradiates through your whole body, this pure earth goddess light is irradiating through your whole body. So more goddesses return to your body through your left nostril. Each carries a vase in her left hand with the bright golden light they have collected in the pristine and powerful mountains. They pour these lights in the spleen, healing it, and in the vase that the goddess in the spleen carries in her left hand. This golden light irradiates through your whole body, healing it. So more goddess come with this golden light, and they pour it in your spleen, healing it, and in the vase that the goddess in the spleen carries in her left hand. Your spleen is now shining with golden light, and this light irradiates through the whole of your body. Now we see more goddesses leaving your body through your right nostril. Visualize them carrying from your body all toxic energy and dissolving those energies in faraway space. See more goddesses leaving your body through your right nostril. Imagine or visualize them carrying from your body all toxic energy and dissolving those energies in faraway space. So see more and more goddesses leaving your body through your right nostril. And you can see them carrying from your body all toxicity, all toxic energy, and dissolving those energies in faraway space. Innumerable goddesses go to the sacred lands and collect the pure yellow light in the vases they carry in their left hands. Once they have collected the golden light, they go and pour that light into places and incidents in the past where you lost elemental earth energy. Innumerable goddesses go to the sacred lands and collect the pure yellow light in the vases that they carry in their left hands. Once they have collected the golden light, they go and pour that light into places and incidents in the past where they know you lost elemental earth energy. We all have had traumatic or shocking incidents growing up. We all have had traumatic or shocking incidents growing up. In those incidents, we lost elemental earth energy. For example, it might come to you that you felt abused by someone and you felt disempowered. But it could be many other things that might come to your mind. And work with that. Whatever comes to your mind, work with that. If all trauma gets triggered, you always return to the awareness of yourself as the earth goddess. You are not going as Mary or John, or you are going as the earth goddess. Your identity is now of the earth goddess, loving, wise, and powerful. The smaller goddesses are emanations of yourself. The goddesses pour the golden light upon those times and incidents from the past where there was hurt, shock, or trauma. With her vases, they pour all the light from her vases, from their vases, into those events. Now they are yellow events. They are all shining with the golden light of the earth goddesses. Your identity is now the earth goddess, loving, wise, and powerful. The goddesses pour the golden light upon those times and incidents from the past where there was hurt, shock, or trauma. We just heal them that way, putting this golden light, visualizing the golden shining light, impregnating all of those events, all of those sad events, all of those who got hurt. We fill them up with this loving energy. The goddesses heal the past and return to your inner child the qualities of groundedness, strength, confidence, and security. Innumerable goddesses go to the sacred lands and collect the pure yellow light in the vases they carry in their left hands. Once they have collected the golden light, they go and pour that light into places and incidents in the past where you lost elemental earth energy. Once you have visualized the goddesses doing their healing, let all images go. Do not hold on to them. And strengthen the visualization of yourself as the earth goddess, as well as the visualization of the earth goddess in the spring. Roshi, may we go to the other image? No, not yet, not yet. More goddesses leave your transformed earth goddess body, carrying from your body whatever is sick or toxic. They go to the lands of great potency and collect there the golden light of the earth element. More earth goddesses return, entering the spleen and putting what they have recovered into the spleen, healing it, and into the vase that the goddess in the spleen carries in her left hand. Feel that your body is free from obstructions and illnesses. Feel that you can manifest your highest potential. Feel that, see that. With each exhalation, earth goddesses travel outward through the right nostril. With each inhalation, earth goddesses return to you through the left nostril, carrying the luminous golden light. I can see them. Can you see them? Can you imagine them? The goddesses pour these lights in the vase that the earth goddess in the spleen carries in her left hand. Earth goddesses return to you through the left nostril, carrying the luminous golden light. The goddesses pour these lights in the vase that the earth goddess in the spleen carries in her left hand. Earth goddesses return to you through the left nostril, carrying the luminous golden light. The goddesses pour this light in the vase that the earth goddess in the spleen carries in her left hand. With each exhalation, more air goddesses live to retrieve the pure luminous golden light. They live to retrieve the pure luminous golden light. With each inhalation, golden goddesses return, putting the elemental yellow light they have retrieved into the spleen and into the vase that the goddess in the spleen carries in her left hand. Feel the spleen itself doing the breathing and healing in the process. Exhaling from the spleen, inhaling into the spleen. Breathing out the negativities. Breathing in the golden light of the earth element. See the golden light radiating through your body and your energy field. Feel that your body is healed and that you can live up to your highest potential. Transformation of the heart mind. Exhale fully. And then inhale deeply. See all earth goddesses returning with the inhalation. They enter the spleen, putting out the elemental earth essence they have collected, and are absorbed back into the goddess in the spleen. Feel the luminous golden light permeating your body and your energy field. Now, all of you that are still laying down, this is time to start waking up, wiggling your toes, your hands, your feet, coming back to a sitting position. So all the goddesses have returned now to the spleen, and they have become one with the goddess in the spleen. So now there's only you as the earth goddess, and then the goddess in the spleen. So we are gonna sing the mantra of the goddess again. This is the one that we do 3 times before and 3 times after. Calling on the goddess again. Ma ka ma ka ma ka As you sing this syllable mantra, and we will sing it more times, the earth goddess in the spring becomes increasingly lively, vivid, and joyful. From the vase in her left hand, she pours the luminous golden light through your own crown chakra. She just elevates, raises, and puts the golden light through our own crown chakra. And into our central channel, filling it up with this golden light. So visualize that. Visualize the spleen goddess raising and pouring the golden nectar, luminous light through our own crown chakra. And we feel it descending. And as it descends, it cleanses our central channel. And then this light emanates through the whole body, but it starts gathering in the heart. Now our heart is full of this golden light of the earth. And we see how this light, as it enters our central channel, removes even the most subtle negativities and obscurations. We see this light removing the most subtle negativities and obscurations. Allow yourself to feel increasing peace and equanimity. The luminous golden nectar slowly accumulates in your heart center, filling it up. And now with that visualization, we chant the original sound 3 times. Ma ka ma ka ma ka The luminous golden light in your heart center radiates throughout your entire body and your energy field. So visualize that. We seal this practice with the sound of the goddess. Kamlaji kele Kamlaji kele Kamlaji kele And now we continue with visualizing the golden light in our heart. And now the spring goddess is now in our heart. Now she carries her base with yellow light in the heart. So now she's there goddess of the heart. And we are going to seal this visualization with the last mantra, the one that combines all the elements. Ayam Ram Ayam Rama Kambro Du Ayam Rama Kambro Du And we might think, well, we did everything. No, but there is one more. There's one more. And the last one was the heart, but this one is the depth of the heart. Now the goddess is gonna enter the deepest aspect, the deepest chamber, the deepest hole in your heart. Well, I don't want to call it a hole. The deepest chamber, I like the word chamber, it's mysterious chamber of the heart that is called soul, but only when it means that we call it soul, but only meaning that is the deepest chamber of one's heart. This is where I store my bodhisattva vows, in the deepest chamber of my heart. So again, we do the original sound 3 times. Ma ka ma ka ma ka As we sing her syllables, the earth goddess rises up from your heart and pours the golden nectar into your own crown chakra again. And as she does that, you experience the golden light flowing up and down your central channel, filling up your heart center. But this time, the healing nectar enters the deepest chamber of the heart, the soul. This is the deepest dimension of healing. This is the deepest dimension of healing. Yeah, it makes sense. It's the most subtlest, the subtlest dimension of healing. So again, ma ka ma ka ma ka Now you feel that all your obstacles have been removed that all illnesses have been healed. Feel the luminous golden light radiating through your entire body and energy field as we sing the mantra of the goddess. Kanlaji Kele. Kanlaji Kele. Kamlaji Keledu. Now you visualize the earth goddess dissolving in your heart. She dissolves into emptiness. As she dissolves into emptiness, feel the presence of equanimity irradiating through your heart mind. Feel the presence of equanimity irradiating throughout your heart mind. Bring forth equanimity in your daily life, your relationship with all of those around you and the world, as we can chant the last mantra of the combined elements. Ajam Rama Kambru. Ayam Rama Kambru. Ayam Rama Kambru. And that now we have a dedication that we finished with. Please, Roshi puts it on the screen. We can recite it together 3 times. For the sake of our planet and all sentient beings, may the earth element be balanced everywhere. May equanimity pervade the 10 directions and the 3 times. May I serve all earthlings. May I have a long and healthy life to accomplish it. Mahaprajna Paramita. For the sake of our planet and all sentient beings, may the earth element be balanced everywhere. May equanimity pervade the 10 directions and the 3 times. May I serve all earthlings. May I have a long and healthy life to accomplish it. Mahaprajna Paramita. For the sake of our planet and all sentient beings, may the earth element be balanced everywhere. May equanimity pervade the 10 directions and the 3 times. May I serve all earthlings. May I have a long and healthy life to accomplish it. Mahaprajna Paramita.